Hey everyone, Dave Menz, Laundromat Millionaire, coming to you from Cincinnati, Ohio. I know I don't shoot a lot of these videos in my store, but I wanted to do this because I think it will bring a lot of value to you all. I know it'll be a little shaky, apologize. I'm actually just holding my phone with my hand here. But I'm up in my store in Milford, Ohio. This was the, this was the second store that we acquired, and then we did an expansion over in the dryer department. It used to be about half this size. But the reason I'm shooting this video today is I wanted to share a nugget that we learned about a year ago regarding closing time. So as you probably know, most laundromats have last load, and then they have closing time, typically an hour later. And we used to do that too. We closed at 10 p.m. and we put on the doors, close at 10 p.m., last load at 9 p.m. And as you know, you get a lot of pushback, you get a lot of flack, you get customers sometimes cussing at your employees, throwing things at your employees, get really upset. They come in at 9:10 and they want to start a load of laundry. You won't let them, and then they want to argue that you don't close until 10. And so what we've discovered, and with the change we've made across all of our stores, is that the key to the whole thing is really just semantics. It's verbiage. So I'm going to take you outside and show you what we did on our front doors. So our front doors, and I apologize, it's cold out here in Cincinnati, so I'm sniffling a little. But our doors used to say, hours of operation, open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or I'm sorry, open 7 to 10 p.m., last load at 9 p.m. Now you'll see that they say open daily, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's the only change that we made. And it removed 100% of the conflict for our employees, for our attendants and our managers. No more issues, no more frustrated customers, no more confused customers. And what I've discovered is, if you think about in society, most businesses, in fact, I can't think of another one that has last load or any similar terminology. All businesses have a closing time. Even if you think of like a restaurant has closing time at 9 p.m. Typically, those restaurants, if you go in at 8:45, they will welcome you in. You can order your food, you can sit down and eat. And if you don't actually leave for an hour or so, that's to be expected. A lot of times they're doing a lot of cleaning, rolling silverware, things like that. That's just the way our society normally functions. We are the only industry that I know of that has a last load that is different than the closing time. So it really makes a lot of sense that would confuse our customers, and it would create conflict between the customers and our employees. And so what we've discovered is, if we just operate in the way that most businesses operate, at least regarding the hours of operation on our door. Another thing we did is went on our Google business listings, and they used to say we closed at 10 p.m. And what would happen is customers would look that up at 8:30, and they would come into our store. They would arrive at 9:05, and they would be upset that employees wouldn't let them start a load of laundry. And they would argue with the employees, and they would say, no, Google says you're open till 10. And they would have to explain to customers, we are open until 10, but last load is at 9. You can't start a load of laundry after 9. Nope, you're open till 10. And they would just argue and argue and argue. And it's become such a point of conflict that we decided to try something different. What I'm always recommending, pivoting in your business model. Don't keep doing the same thing and getting frustrated. Try something different. And we've tried plenty of things that didn't work. But the reason I wanted to do this short video and share this with you in my store today is because this has removed 100% of the conflict. We did this starting about a year ago at one of our stores, and I just this week changed this over in our last store here in Milford. And it 100% resolved the conflict. So if you have this issue, if you're tired of arguing with customers, if you're tired of your employees being abused when it comes to after hours and things like that, this is a 100% resolution. So free tip for you from Dave Menz in Cincinnati, Ohio. Hope it helps you out a little bit. Obviously, if you're open 24 hours, you don't really have this issue. But if you have any closing time at all, and you're used to trying to argue and debate over last load and closing time and what's the difference, and customers confused, this will 100% solve the problem for you. So once again, don't close any earlier. Don't change your hours of operation. Just change the terminology that you use, and change the signage on your front door, so that whatever your last load time is, change that to your closing time. And then go on your Google business listing and any other listings that show hours of operation and change that so that your closing time is your last load time. That's really the only difference you have to do. So hopefully this helps you all out a little bit. Take care. Talk to you next time. See ya.